So I've seen the discussion here and there on if Dragon Ball FighterZ will be getting a sequel, now that it's been confirmed since EVO 2022 that there will be no more DLC whatsoever for the game, and the only thing left coming is the Rollback Netcode update. So with that in mind, will we be getting a sequel?
Of course!
Yeah, if you don't know, Dragon Ball FighterZ was a hugely successful game for all parties involved, making a crap ton of money, including digital sales of upwards over 2 million within its first week of release, which is a big deal for fighting games in general, but especially just for Dragon Ball FighterZ. And in 2021, just last year, November, Bandai Namco officially had announced that Dragon Ball FighterZ had crossed the 8 million copies sold mark. Now, if that's in 2021, we can only safely assume that it's probably more so around the 9 million plus range today in 2022, which would firmly put it in the top 10 fighting game sales for fighting game titles of all time, which is quite a milestone, but especially when you consider that Dragon Ball FighterZ is the first of its kind in a potential franchise. This was not a sequel, this was just the first. So to further put it in perspective, let's look at some other games that both Bandai Namco Entertainment and ArcSys Works make on their own. Bandai Namco being the developer and publisher of Tekken, and ArcSys Works being the developer and publisher for Guilty Gear. So Bandai Namco first, let's take a look at Tekken, which was just recently announced not that long ago that Tekken 7, the most recent title, had sold over 9 million in sales, making it the overall best-selling entry in the entire Tekken franchise, which is a big deal. And again, that 9 million plus sales mark, putting Tekken 7 firmly in the top 10 fighting game title sales of all time, along with Dragon Ball FighterZ, which again, to mention, is the first of its kind versus Tekken 7 obviously having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 before it. So you can already see why Bandai Namco has a huge interest in having a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. Now for ArcSys Works, the publisher and developer of Guilty Gear, they just announced that Guilty Gear Strive crossed 1 million copies sold, and the first game in the Guilty Gear franchise to ever do it. The predecessor to Guilty Gear Strive, Guilty Gear Xrd, sold somewhere around 500,000 copies worldwide. So even with the recent success of Guilty Gear Strive's release, it still has no comparison to the success that ArcSys Works saw by making Dragon Ball FighterZ for Bandai Namco. They not only did a great job making the game, but did incredibly well in sales and brought a lot of well-deserved notoriety to the company. So again, it's not really a question of if, but when we get a Dragon Ball FighterZ sequel. So as for me, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. There's always much more content on the way, and I'll see y'all later.